home, And today he told me that there's a topic I discussed on how to build people. And then he said, no, I want to look for an office. And now he looked for an office, and now he's employing 5 people. Wow. When I heard he's employing 5 people, I actually asked for a cup of coffee. Tukakunywa kahawa pamoja. I was very happy because that for me is a success. And I'm so happy that I can see quite a number of us here. We are about 70 of us. And I know that there are people who came very early in the session. I saw very early. George Sunday was here, Asante Sana. And I also saw Juliet Migwi. Thank you, Juliet, for coming very early. I saw John Mine. I saw Christine Mutua, Asante Sana, Diana Rose. You are here very early in the evening to ensure that you pick this topic, problem-solving skills. I saw Edwin Wanjohi, Asante Sana, Joki Kimani, Asante Naomi. I saw Naomi. I saw Esther Harriet. I also saw Catherine Nyoiki, Asante Sana, Peter Kapugi. I also saw Kahongo Karaimu, Asante Sana. And today we have a topic we are discussing because I know that the majority of us, we are always solving problems. And maybe you can just type for me here if for the last 1 week you have solved a problem. Whether you have solved a problem, just type for me. Say, hey, George, I had this issue. I solved it. Just I'll read the first 5 to see whether all my mentees are solving problems every day. Problem solving skills. That is our topic. And I'm happy to say that the more problems you solve, the more the size of your pocket, the more problems you solve. I can say Vicky or Cleaning Super Solutions, okay. And I say, yes, I have solved a problem for the last 1 week. And that's very interesting. And whether you are working, whether you are in business, whatever you are, whether I can see 2 pastors here, whether it is in the church, we are always solving problems. Steve Awero says, yes, I solved a social care provider's problem, found okay, he may Peter before he saw me. But Peter says, yes, I solved a problem for the last 1 week. You can tell me whether you are able to solve a certain problem. You can just drop it there. I can read 3 more so that I see where we are as we prepare the discussion for this topic, problem-solving skills. Problem-solving skills is a very interesting topic because all of us, we are actually solving problems. Someone told me that success of business depends on how many problems you solve. Okay. I love problem-solving skills. They set me apart. I love that. Yes, the more problem you solve, you are set apart because people will be coming for you with the issues, you solve them. And of course, what do? You charge them. I like people who do, counseling, for example. They charge per hour. Yeah, per hour. Can you imagine? If you go for counseling for 3 hours, you may end up paying some amount of money because they are sorting out an issue. They are solving a problem. And they say success in business or in career depend on how many problems you are solving. I always remember, when talk about problem-solving skills, I always remember that one time I was banking at a certain bank and my deposit was very small. So we were kicked out. And we also saw somebody else who was saying, hey, come with zero deposit, just come and open an account. And we went there. That time we were under the weather. And up to now, we are still in that particular bank. You know why? We were welcomed. We were welcomed when we had nothing. So if you have that skill of sorting out issues, you'll be smiling all the way to your account, to your bank. Okay, if you're solving problems, you can never be irrelevant. I love that. That is Victor Wanyumu. Asante Sana. If you are solving problems, you can never be irrelevant. I think I really love that. I love that. Okay, that's very interesting. And of course, you're aware that all of us here, where 78 of us here, we have common challenges, common problems that happen to all of us. Now, kazi yetu is to sort out those problems. Those who are running businesses or those who are working for firms running businesses, one of the issues that, for example, this season, people are sorting out is cash flow problems, cash flow challenges. The people say now the business has gone down. There are those challenges. How you solve those problems will depend whether you stay afloat tomorrow. That's very important, But of course, I want to encourage you that don't quit. Keep checking on solution for these cash flow problem challenges and how to sort it. Jack Ma one time said that challenges may be very tough today. Problems may be very tough today. They might be tougher. Those problems might be tougher tomorrow. But the day after tomorrow, the day is going to be beautiful. However, majority of us, we quit tomorrow evening. So don't quit. Regardless of the challenges, don't quit, stay there. The day after tomorrow evening, things are going to be beautiful the following day. Usipotee. Of course, all of us, we are looking at issues of financial challenges. How do you sort out that those financial? How do you offer solutions to those financial challenges? We have people management challenges. Oh yes, we have people management challenges. We are living in the age of Gen Z, whereby the type of management is totally different the way we were managed sometimes back. So these are people, you manage them differently. These are the people, they don't care whether you are CEO, they'll ask you a question, okay? And then you need to know how to tackle and offer a solution to these people. We're having challenges of systems, systems. How do you sort out the systemic problems? And there are many, there are countless problems. There are so many. I think somebody talked about social problems. Yeah, there are very, very many issues that we are sorting out. But maybe you can go directly to our discussion this evening, this morning, those who are in the US, how to solve these problems. And I want to focus more on business problems because I'm not an expert on social problems as sorting. I'm not an expert in other problems, but I'm an expert in sorting out business problems. We can share some skills that we require to solve business problems because business problems are many. You know, I remember for the last 1 week, you know, Nagirai and myself, we have been sorting a certain problem for about a week, 1 week. And one time I encouraged the vice chancellor, nikamwambia, if you fear to solve problems, you're not in business. You know, there's a president of the US, Truman, who said, if you cannot withstand the heat in the kitchen, get out of the kitchen. If you cannot withstand the heat in the kitchen, get out of the kitchen. So all of us, we are out there in business world solving these issues. That means we need a skill, we need a way of solving these problems. And one of the ways that I have learned for the last 24 years in business, because I have seen it, I have experienced these challenges. One of the ways that has supported me, helped me, is what I call creativity. Creativity. It's a very important skill for all of us. Phyllis Temet, you have to work out on your creativity. Like I can see Keller here. Keller, chosen son of God. Creativity. I can see Georgina Sunday, creativity. Generating new ways of doing things, new ideas, thinking outside the box, or you throw away the box, or you just walk out there and look at the skies. Let the creative ideas drop from the blue skies. That is what we are talking about. I remember one time I was taking my children, to a hotel in Kitengela. And I was always taking my children after Sunday service. And every time I would go there, I would complain. These people, they have no special space for children. Where I'm taking my young ones, people are drinking, people are all over, people are loving one another in public. Why can't we get a space whereby children can be taken and you feel comfortable? Until one time, I talked to myself and I said, hey, George, why can't you be creative and you create one thing, create something? And that's how the idea of one of the most beautiful theme park in Kitengela called GMC theme park came in. We just went there, so a few and say, hey, we can convert this one. We can use our creative ideas to solve the problem of other parents who may be having challenges, to solve a problem so that the children, they can have somewhere to enjoy themselves. They can swim, they can have bumper cars, they can have banana wheel, and that idea, that creative idea gave birth to one of the most preferred entertainment center in Kitengela. The other day, we were voted the best center in children care. Can you imagine? The same case with you. The same case with you, Trezia. Treza Kariuki. The same case with you. You can be able to be creative and come up with something to sort out the community problem. And then you'll be enjoying all the way to your pocket. The other thing I also discovered, number 2, is that as we talk about problem-solving skills, is the power of making decisions. Decision-making skills. Decision making skills. Decision-making skills. Sometimes we lose a lot of opportunities, because we either delay making that decision, or we refuse to make a decision, or we are totally unable, paralyzed to make that decision. You need to develop this skill of making decisions. And for a skill to develop, Christine Mutua, for this decision-making skill to develop, you have to try it. How will you develop it if you can't try it? Sometimes we make decisions that are awful, that are bad, that eat us. But make those decisions, James Govo, make those decisions, make those mistakes, and out of those mistakes, you are learning. The skill is developing. Let me tell you, if you have some eggs for an eagle, and you domesticate the eagle may not learn how to fly until the time it tries to fly up. The same case with us. We have capability to make decisions, but we have not developed that skill. We have not developed it. However, even as you make those decisions, and as you know about how to develop that particular skill, every time you make decisions, audit them. What was the repercussions of the decisions? Okay. Is it a right decision or is it the wrong one? If it is the right one, reward yourself. Buy yourself coffee. You say, hey, wait a minute. Man, I made a decision to do this business. It's paying up. I buy myself coffee. Number three is research. Research. If you want to develop problem-solving skills, be a researcher. Keep researching. Don't just do stuff. Like for some of us who are doing real estate, one of the things we do most is the research. Is the place palatable for people? You are going to buy property in Mombasa, Ocean View, HB Pingo. Will people buy? Sometimes we even do testing. We test to see and to gauge how people will say. And out of this platform, I think I saw people who are expert in research. I think one gentleman here does research. And if you're not so sure, you can engage these people with this skill, research skills, to support you and to help you. And they can help you. They call it business research. I think we are doing it at the university. And there are people who do exactly that kind of business. And if you're there, you can just drop something. You tell me, hey, George, I can do research for your mentees. I can help them in research. If you are here and you do research, I don't know whether Robin is in the room. You can say, hey, I'm here, I can support you. Maybe there are those people who say, I want to know more. I want to start something, but I want to get right data. Okay, you can do research. And by the way, research, not only business, even staff hires. Okay, yeah. They call it the background check. It's important to do background check. You are researching on them. You are checking on them. And definitely, nowadays, there are many tools to develop this skill called research skills. There are many online tools, very many online tools. Okay, and you can do it on your desk, by the way. Wherever you are, you can do it. You can easily do it. Number 4 is what I call communication skills. Yeah, communication skills. Yeah, communication skills. Communication skills. There's a book I'm reading, and it was telling me that one of the major challenges of many entrepreneurs, many business people, many career people, one of the major challenges, many managers, I can see some of the managers are here, is how to handle gossip at workplace. It's a big problem. And this book was eliminating the disadvantages of gossip in your office or in your place of work. And one of the solutions I saw in that book is communication skills. However, the same author was saying 80% of business leaders, of managers, 80%, they don't have good communication skills. But the comfort is, they said, you can be able to develop this skill. You can develop this communication skill. Because they say, if the communication is open, if the communication is well-tuned for any organization, any department, you are going to kill this enemy called the gossip in the office or in the place of work. Just communication, the way you communicate information to people. Okay?
Sorry, you went on mute. Let me unmute you. Sorry, you can unmute.
Communication skill. Okay? I'm talking
Sorry.
about communication skill. We are saying once you develop this skill properly, there's something else that happens. You eliminate toxic culture wherever you are working. Just by communication. Can you imagine? Just by communication. Even for me, by the way, sometimes I communicate to my teams and I know I have goofed, and I discover this after maybe 2 or 3 weeks when you see the behavior of people. And for you as a leader, is to communicate again, maybe to correct the wrong communication. So it's a skill that we can learn so that we develop this ability to explain clearly exactly what you want to deliver in your department or in your organization. Okay. And they say communication skill is a requirement for a leader, and all of you are leaders. That means that communication skill is a requirement for a leader. Actually, they say, John Maxwell said, it's a key skill. It's a very key skill of every leader. And maybe this is my assignment number 1 for you. If you're not too good with communication, you can learn it. You can practice it. The other day, I hosted one of the mentees in the office. And then he was asking me, hey, George, I'm not too good in communication. I'm not too good, okay? I am not good in communication. Tell me, what can I do to be a good communicator? I want to be a public speaker. I want when I talk to my people, I want them to feel that I'm able to communicate. And we had a whole discussion on how to develop this particular skill. Maybe I need to do a video on the same. Number 5, how to develop these problem-solving skills. Number 5 is what I call the active listening. It is called the art of 2 ears and 1 mouth. However, most of us, we have 2 mouths and 1 ear. We don't listen. Active listening. Active listening means when you are talking to someone, maybe in the office or in your organization, you need to be 100% there. This is what I do in my office. And Nagirai knows. When you come to see me, I move from my seat. I go to another seat. I leave my iPad there. I leave my phone there. I leave everything there. So that if Phyllis Temet is talking to me, I am there actively listening. I am there in the body, in the mind, in the spirit. Uko hapo. So if I give you 5 minutes, it's like 30 minutes. There's nothing irritating than inactive listening. Unaongelesha mtu na ako na story. One day I went to an office of a very senior government person, very senior. I went to his office. And I was in that office for 2 hours. However, the only time that was quality time was like 10 minutes. This guy is speaking phones. This guy is talking to somebody. Somebody comes to the same office I was in, and they are picking a discussion, and you are seated there. That is a disaster. Please don't do that. Be an active listener. Be there 110%. This will help you to get valuable information for solving problems. When you listen to people, you also learn. You pick lessons. This active listening skill will give you or will help you to get valuable, important information for solving problems. It will help you to avoid pitfalls. And maybe that's something that we can practice, all of us. We can practice active listening skills. Active listening skills. And by the way, you need to be very intentional. You can look for an accountability partner, okay? Sometimes an akustua, around the way you are behaving, so that you get this quality and getting the right information and also people respecting you. Can you imagine? I'm still remembering how I was treated in that office where somebody doesn't concentrate, they are doing other things, and you are there. And then the other people, you're talking to them. They are telling you, You don't know whether they are getting it or you're not getting it. And I think you have picked that one. That's very important. Number 6, the problem solving skill number 6 is what I call brainstorming. brainstorming. When things are thick and you don't know what to do, where to turn, let me tell you, call all your team members. You just brainstorm, discuss the issue. And other people call it group problem solving. Yeah, group problem solving. And brainstorming is so good that you get very good insights that can sort out all your challenges. You know, I belong to a group of Christian CEOs, and sometimes we share challenges. And some of the challenges is the mental issues, mental health, because these guys have got too much. They have so many things they are doing. They have so many meetings. And I remember one time they were discussing on how to say no, because they are always busy. They are weekend, they are busy. And by the way, I was like that. Sometimes I was too busy until one time we were brainstorming and say, hey, man, it is important to say no. In fact, one of the CEOs said, as a team leader, as a leader, you say more no's than yeses. Because if you say yes, 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 those yes, yes, you are going to crash. Utakuwa na taabu. You'll be in problems, okay? You'll be in problems. So you can get that information, those solutions from the groups brainstorming, group problem solving. And this one is very interesting because sometimes you get spontaneous contributions, very creative contributions, very creative ideas, and they have done it. I remember one time we had a brainstorming session and we were doing them at 6 a.m. in the morning. And I remember one of the slogans for Optivate, it was experience the difference. That slogan came from the person who was in charge of environment. Doesn't mean the environment, the one you know. For us, people who clean the office, we call it in charge of environment. It was actually a cleaner who came up with a slogan that really, really did magic, okay? Brainstorming. So you can pick from your team members, from your group, you can pick those skills, brainstorming skills, whereby you get solutions from your teams. And don't ignore them, by the way. James Govo, don't ignore them. Even those ones you see wameboeka, they are bored. No. Listen to them. Even if they talk in whispers, they can give you an idea that will sort you out. The other day we had another brainstorming, I think like 2 weeks ago. And one of the guys said, hey, Optivate, what do you have? Which property do you have for young people? And then the guy told me, why can't you come up with something, you call it mentorship plots, whereby you sell these plots at almost at cost, but you sell to people who are below that 5 years. When you sell to them, the guy said, these people have that plot. Since they are young, they will keep it for 10, 15 years, but they will never forget Optivate. When all these other people are already grown-up customers, wameshazeeka, wamesha pick up 60, 70 years. The people you sold 120,000, they are now getting money. They are the future customers of Optivate. Hapo tu, an idea just came. A problem was sorted. Can you imagine, from brainstorming? And immediately we discovered we can be able to sell mentorship plots. Those are the plots you have seen. We are selling them at $1,000. And they are very popular with the young people. And then there are other riders. The guy said, even as they buy, mentor them one-on-one. Take them for a tour. Educate them on investment. That's what happens when you listen to people. However, most of us here, and I can see you, I can see Joki Kemani, I can see Edwin Wanjohi, I can see all of you here on my screen. Kahongo, nakuona hapa. Most of us, including myself, we don't have time to listen. Hatuna time, no time for brainstorming. We are always busy beating the traffic. Unajua, kuna traffic. We are always busy. Please, wake up breaks. Just listen. Listen. Yeah, Georgina Sunday. Just listen. Wake up break. One of the days, take your team for coffee. Your department yako, Joe Alando, wapeleke coffee. Listen to them. Okay? Come to their level. You will find things that you discover things that you say, wow. I can see Jenala Properties. I see here. Wake up break kidogo. Patrick of Trigger Put, Trigger, nimekuona hapo. Okay? Brainstorming. It works. It has worked for us. It can work for you. Number 7, learn from others. Oh, yes. Learn from others. We are here. I can see Billy Paul. Learn from others. Billy Paul. Learn from Abby Jogona. Learn from others. We talked about visiting each other. I can see Anthony from Mombasa. Anthony, Pwani. Yeah, learn from others. Joy Maringa, I see you. You can pick lessons. You know, sometimes I look at our WhatsApp group for mentorship. You know, that's a resource. You can pick lessons from others. You can actually share your problem right there, and you can find a solution. You know, when I talked about somebody doing research, nikaona tu Gideon, hata sikujua ako hapa. Nikaona Gideon ako hapa. Yeah, learn from others. Pick from others. Nyambura Rose, yeah, learn from others. Visit other people. Pay a visit. Don't be too busy. Yeah, there are some people in Nairobi. If their shop is in the Moi Avenue. Waulize, by the way, Moi Avenue, yes. Do you know that? Do you know Kenya Railway? Hawajui. They don't know. They only know Moi Avenue. They don't know elsewhere. They don't know University Way because you are so busy. You are so busy. Learn from others. Visit people. Go where people are. Okay. Number 8, time management skills. Time management skills. I think it's a big topic. This is a huge topic. This is a big topic. We fear people stealing our ideas. Hapana, Kahogo, don't fear. You know, the ideas are too many. There are too many ideas. Don't fear about people stealing your ideas. Don't fear. You share. You know, ideas are always dropping. You know, the other day I was telling somebody that we generate between 500 and 700 ideas per day. Can you imagine? If you work with a notebook, utembee na kakitabu tu na kalamu. The ideas that drop, I'm telling you, you cannot exploit them. So just share with the people. You never know. Okay? Nani huyu need anasema, okay, that's fine. That's okay. I see that. Time management. We are talking about time management skills. This is a big topic. This is huge. This is big. And I saw some research that said that very few people, less than 40% who can manage time well. We have 24 hours, but below 40%, they are the only ones who can try to manage. Only about 7% who manage their time well. And by the way, I can give an assignment today. Mary Bogwa, how have you managed your time? How have you managed your time? How? Maybe next time we'll talk about the delegation. If an assignment can be done by somebody else delegated, you know, Victor Wanyumu, how do you, siku ya leo, how have you spent it? How do you share assignment with other people to manage your time? One of the things that is really killing us, especially those who are either business or you're working, is the social media platform, is the WhatsApp. I don't know who brought WhatsApp. I saw some research that people spend almost 90% of their time reading WhatsApps. Yani wanasoma tu WhatsApp. Not people, myself. I used to spend a lot of time. Nagila knows. I used to spend a lot of time reading WhatsApps. Until one time I saw a journal. Somebody was asking, how can I manage my WhatsApp, my Telegram? How can I manage? I saw a journal and I read it. And somebody said, you can delegate it. Somebody can read those WhatsApp and only tell you the important WhatsApp. Like, for example, I know most of you, because you are just like me. Majority of WhatsApp, you're invited for Harambee. Majority of WhatsApp, there's an event. Majority of WhatsApp, kuna maborezi, yani mtu ameenda binguni. You are being requested to join. And those messages can consume your time until you have no time to think. That's what I mean, you may discover. There's a way I manage it. Unione nyuma ya tent. See me behind the tent. Nikwambie how I manage my thousands of WhatsApp. You know, I can see hapo Maxwell anasema kakitu. Some managers communicate fully. Okay. Patrick anasema, okay, fantastic. Patrick is there. Trigger phones. Thank you, Patrick. Time management is a big thing. I don't know. I cannot exploit it, but you can go out there and research on how to manage your time. How to manage your time. Right from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. How to manage it. There are so many distractions. Okay? So many distractions. Okay? So many distractions. Establish some routine that can help you to manage this time. Establish some routine. Just establish some routine. Okay? Time management. Number 9, technical skills. Yeah, you need them. You need technical skills. Yeah, technical skills. I'll give you a story why I think everybody needs this skill. You know, one time I wanted to do FB Live. You know, I was somewhere and I wanted to do FB Live. I tried to connect I couldn't connect. I tried to connect, I couldn't. I looked for Nagilai, I couldn't find him. Okay, we had different time zones. I think he was asleep. We had different time zones. Until when I came back, I told Nagilai, please show me how to easily go to FB Live without messing up. Another time, I was, that time Oakville was very small. And I really wanted to put our properties on the website. And every time we would call the website guy, I was paying some money. I said, wait a minute. What if I learn this skill of updating the website? Nikafunzwa. I underwent 6 hours training on how to update a website. Unaenda back office, unafanya those coding, na unaona imekuja. Hai nikajua. I was so happy. I developed this skill and I saved a lot of money. Can you imagine? Of course, nowadays, of course, somebody manages for Optimum, but that time you were very small. And the majority of you, yes, you can develop some skills, even how to boot your laptop, for example. Some computer skills, how to analyze data. Just develop those skills so that you can do it for yourself. DIT, do it yourself. You can do it yourself. Develop those important technical skills. They can help you to sort out a lot of problems. Number 10, identify problems. You need to identify a skill of identifying problems. Yeah, you need a skill to identify problems. Do you have a skill to identify problems? Or do you discover problems when they are at your doorstep? Do you discover them when the problems are messing you up? Or do you have a strategy, a skill to identify the problems? Okay. Once you have that skill, it helps you to be better, to be a better person, to run a better organization, to run a better department like Diana here, who runs one of our departments. You have to identify that skill. Unaona problem ukiwa mbali, you can see the problem when you are far, and you can say, hey, this one is like weather forecasting. Yeah, it's going to rain. It's going to be stormy. You have a skill, but how can you do it? There are 3 things I do myself. Observation. Just observe. Observation. I know most of you are running departments. You can be able to tell the person who causes havoc, the person who causes problems. You can tell the person who causes problems. You can tell it by observation. That's why they talk about management by walking around. Mbwa. Management by walking around. So once in a while, when you're stretching, just walk around. Go to finance department, go to procurement department, go to marketing department, walk around. Management by walking around. What are you doing? You are observing to identify problem areas. It's a skill. Yeah, observation. Those who are in manufacturing, just go to the factory, observe the sound of the machine. What's happening on the floor of the factory? What's happening? Okay, observation. You can also develop the skills by asking questions. Yeah. Do a survey, ask people questions. How is it? How are you? Like for us, when we take people for site visit, it is followed by a survey. How was your site visit? Are there things we should improve? We want to identify those skills as early as possible. Okay. Number 11, feedback response. Oh yes, feedback response. Another said, feedback is the breakfast of champions. Oh yeah, feedback is the breakfast of champions. Some of us, Luis, ninakuona hapo. Track good. Thank you, Luis. Mary Bogu, I see you. Okay, I see you. Okay, I can see Lucy Kamau, I see you. We are talking about feedback response. Some of us, when we are giving feedback, man, we become like a wasp. You know a wasp? Tunakuwa wakali. Tunakuwa lethal. We don't want feedback. We don't want to hear feedback. I don't know whether you ever given somebody feedback. Na unaona haja furahia. You know, one time I was flying and I knew the CEO for that particular airline. And I met him after about a week or 2. And I gave him my experience and the feedback. I could tell the guy was not happy. He refused to take feedback. Yet feedback is the breakfast of champions. If you want to be a champion, accept feedback, because through feedback, you develop. But it is a skill to receive feedback. It is a skill. Yeah. It's a skill to receive feedback. One time I was working for an NGO, and that time I was, of course, I was from the village. I was not very exposed. In that NGO, we were working in a very dry place, extremely dry place. So, and sunny and hot. So the weather was unfriendly. And of course, you know, when it's dry, it's unfriendly, definitely you are human, you'll sweat. And then there was this lady who told me, hey, Washiri, why can't you buy a cologne? When you pass here, we are looking for exit. Nikasikia, nimeshushwa bei kabisa. I felt like sinking under the sun. But it was feedback. That's the time I learned there's something called cologne. Nikaenda kutafuta. Allah, nikaelevuka. And I picked the feedback. However, some of us, when you get such tough, you know, uncensored feedback, unakasirika mwezi mzima. Hapana. Feedback is the breakfast of champions. Learn a skill to receive feedback, either from your children, from the people you're working with, from your friends. Just receive it. You know, like for us who are in real estate, sometimes we get very tough feedback. Very tough. Yani unaisoma tena. You know, and you're wondering, how do I respond to this customer? What do I do now? But this is what I usually do. I tell the customer, I'll call you at this particular point. So when I'm calling, I am actually walking. I walk as I talk. I walk because when you walk, some energy is being spent by walking and you become happier because you don't know how to respond. And I know most of us, there's a way we deal with tough feedback. You can develop that skill, Victor. You can develop that skill of that very tough, very sour, ile piripiri, feedback piripiri. How do you receive it? It is a skill. Feedback response. You can develop that skill. And once you accept that, your department, your organization, your skills will grow. And that's why for us, we have grown. Number 12, adaptability skill. Adaptability. Ability to be flexible and adjust to changing factors. Oh, yes, adaptability. It is the ability to be flexible. Don't be rigid. Business is not for rigid people. It's about flexibility. Don't be rigid like telecom. You know, telecom, when these wireless phones were coming, telecom knew we are the biggest. We are the giants. Nobody can tune us our market. We are good. And they were there. Gladys Maina, good to see you. Okay. They were rigid. They refused to be flexible. The story is different. You know, and some of us, we are so rigid, we refuse to be flexible. Right now, they are saying the future is technology. The future is technology. Bado mpaka saa hii, kuna watu tu wana print tu makaratasi ya ofisi. Yet we are saying the future is technology. That's why for us nowadays at Optiven, we are able to generate receipts online. Yeah. We can generate receipts online. The future is technology. Ask yourself as an entrepreneur, ask yourself, are you flexible? Are you adaptable? Are you able to change according to the conditions and environment? Are you able to change? One of the challenges I personally face in my organization is the new generation. You know, we are used to Britain kind of culture whereby you wear a suit going to the office, a tie, a red tie, a nice shoe, you cut your hair like the way my hair is cut, then you go to the office. Now, man, let me tell you a secret. A generation is there. You tell them, cut your hair to report to Optiven. They tell you, kaa na kazi yako. Yeah. I can't cut my hair. What do? Adaptability. So things are changing, whereby you get people the way they are, the way they are. I know I'm talking to some guys here who are rigid like me. So we better change. We better be flexible. These guys are with us. And you know what I'm talking about. Adaptability. Teamwork. Skills. Wow, that's another skill that is very good for problem solving. Teamwork. 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 This involves a combined effort of your team members, a combined effort. There's a result you cannot be able to obtain or to get on your own. There's some level you cannot achieve. There's a level you cannot achieve on your own. You need other members to support you, to buy your vision. But for you to manage a team, it's a skill. Yeah, it is a skill. There's one of the mentees who told me, George, I don't keep people in the office. They come, I give them contract letter, I hire them, within 3 months, they are gone. Hey, boy, what do you mean? For us, top 10 people don't go anywhere. People who have worked with us for 15 years, 18 years. It is a skill. Keeping those teams together is a skill. Okay? Having that team to thrive, to work harmoniously is a skill. And maybe, because we may not be able to challenge or to give all the information here, how to manage teams, maybe someday you can learn on how to manage the skill of managing teams. Okay? And once you learn that skill, let me tell you, your department, your organization will thrive. You have no other option other than thriving. You will thrive. Okay? But I can tell you a secret of what we do in our organization on how to build this teamwork, this skill of building the team, what we do. It is very simple. You create a good working environment. That's it. And the person to set pace for this good working environment in your department, in your organization, it's you. It is you. Louis, it is you. Mary Bogwa ni wewe. Nani mwingine yako hapa? Victor Wanyumu. The person to create a good working environment. James Gavo ni wewe. It's you to do it. Benjamin Mutua, sio mwingine ni wewe. Yeah. Create that good working environment. People say, if the environment is toxic, Massive Felix, if the environment is toxic, even if you pay $1 million, people won't stick there. They will go. Wataenda. Jerry, are you hearing me? Jerry of V-Wave Enterprises. Yes. Your environment, make it habitable, make it good, make it warm. That culture of your office, of your organization, make it palatable. You'll attract the skills that you want. Okay? The other day, we just finished at Optiven 6 months of working. And I could tell people are tired. They had worked. There are these demos. They're not going to work some days. I think Tuesdays, not going to work. Things are tough. And we were asking ourselves, how can we change this environment? And then all of a sudden, pop, an idea came. We said, if you have performed so well up to this level, we'll take you somewhere. If you're up to this level, we'll take you somewhere. If you're to this level, we'll take you somewhere. We took some team members to Singapore. Can you imagine? Singapore by air, not by bus. Some team members went to Dubai. Can you imagine? Others went to Mombasa. Others to Naivasha. Can you imagine? When they came back, the energy, the environment, the enthusiasm, the vigor, the smiles, it was amazing. So you can do some things. You may not be having money to take them to Singapore or to Dubai like Optiven, but you can take them for coffee. Susie, you can take them to GMC. Yeah. Okay. Even that action of thinking about them, James Gavo, thinking about them, it will really destroy the toxic environment, and then environment changes to good working environment. And let me tell you, when the team is thriving in a good environment, results are guaranteed. Results are guaranteed. You try it. It doesn't work. Please talk to me. It will work. It works. It is working for us. It works. Problem-solving skills in our institutions and organizations and our businesses, our department. Data analysis skills. Data analysis skills. Data analysis skills. Somebody told me, I saw somewhere, data is equal to money. That's why you have a data protection policy. Cyprian, I see you. Okay. Data is money. And that's why we came with data protection policy. People have discovered data is not only data. Data ni pesa. That's why when I meet you, for example, if I meet who is here, if I meet Johnson and Purity, if I meet you, and then you don't bother asking for my number, I know for sure, if you're in business, you're struggling. If I meet Rose Nyambura, for example, hey, hi, how are you? Yeah, yes. Hey, where are you going? I'm going somewhere. And then no contact. I know you are suffering. Masi Sifa, when I meet you, you don't ask for contact. Kumbe yule rafiki yangu ako hapa. Rico Kinda of Shamwanda. Rico Kinda, daring abroad. Kumbe uko hapa. I meet you. You don't ask me for contacts. Of course, for you, you have my contact. There's a problem, because data is equal to dollars. Data is equal to pounds. Protect it. Keep it well. On my phone, the one I'm using for this show, I have over 70,000 contacts. Over. Hiyo ni pesa. That is money. Sometimes I do WhatsApp status. The other day I did this plot we are selling as mentorship plot. The one we are giving young people to buy. And then we pay for them their ticket. We pay for them the title deed. So I just posted on my WhatsApp. Out of that WhatsApp, we were able to sell 15 properties, those ones for the youth, 15 from WhatsApp status. You know why? I have 70,000 data on my phone book. That is money. Ask yourself, do you have data you say, wow, this data, I protect it? Of course, don't misuse the data. Use it wisely. Otherwise, you'll be blocked. Data is equal to money. What do you do with that data? That's a question you can ask yourself and answer. When you go to FB Live, for example, you have people who follows you. Like for me now, I have over 100,000 people following me. That's huge data. It's huge. It's big data. I am on a space X. There's data there. And for all those who are in business, data need to be taken care of, but don't misuse it. You need a skill. You need a skill to manage, to analyze that data. And I know Gideon is here. Gideon is an expert in data analysis. So Gideon, I know you are here. Finally, I can see time is well spent. I have 7 minutes. It's what I call collaboration skills. Collaboration skills. Enable your teams or yourself to work with others. Yeah. Enable yourself or your team to work with others. I don't know how many mentees here are doing team building. If you're doing team building, just drop a chat line there. Okay? If you're doing team building, these are the people who will train your members on how to collaborate. Collaboration. They are games that teaches people to collaborate. The other day I was doing some interviews for some IT experts. We were hiring for IT. And then we're asking them, this Anthony who? Anthony, data is equal to money. Thank you, Anthony. Asante sana, salimiana Mombasa. And we are asking, this is James, synergy is key. That's very important, working together. Eric Obwaka, kube uko hapa, okay. Asante sana, Eric Obwaka, work with others, collaborate. Thank you, Eric. Eric Obwaka is a serious networker. You need to be in his platform at BNI. He's a wonderful person to grow business. Thank you. Collaboration. Nani huyu? Gideon Moreithi, I'm here. Okay. Huyu ni mtu wa data. Amepeana namba yake. So you can even be taught how to interpret data and you can develop that particular skill. Thank you, Gideon. Thank you so much, Gideon. I see you. I can see, wow, my good friend, Morris Opati is here. Thank you, Morris. Good to see you. Fidelis Kariuki, asante sana. Data is dollars. Thank you, Fidelis. Fidelis is working on our diaspora platform. Joe Alando, I can see he is here. Joe Alando is a general manager with Optivate. Thank you, Joe Alando. I can see who this says, hey, leo mmekuja sana. Nataka kuona who else is here. I can see Agnes Karemi. Asante sana, my classmate. Thank you very much. Caroline Nyamai. Wow, asante. I can see Caroline there. Jennifer Kenywa. Asante sana. Nani huyu? Patient. Patience na kuona hapa. Okay, I see Patience right there. Nani huyu? Vincent Ogutu. Kumbe uko area. Hey, okay. This is nice. I can see a trainer here. Emmanuel is a trainer. Emmanuel, asante sana. Good to see you. Nani huyu naona hapa? Susie. Okay, I see you, Susie. Peter Bogua, all the way from the UK. Peter Bogua. Peter is an expert on refrigeration. If you want refrigeration, Peter Bogua has got a company that does refrigeration. Asante sana. Joyce Wairimo, I see you. Wow, we are talking about my last point. My last point is about collaboration. I don't know whether we have any mentee here who is doing team building. Are you here? Isaac Wambogo, I see you. Asante sana, Isaac. I see you. You are right here. Enjoying the problem-solving skills. Wow. I can't wait to hear your testimony, Isaac, on what you are doing in your organization. Sometimes mnani encourage. Mnaniandikia tu mnasema, George, after mentorship, this is what I'm doing. I feel so nice. Like the mentee who came to the office, akaniambia, alianza kwa nyumba, office ilikuwa kwa nyumba. Akafungua office Thika Road. Ako na 5 employees. That time niliongeza kilo. So please sometimes encourage me. Hata mentor, anatakaga encouragement, kusikia success. Yeah, come and tell me your success. I'll be happy. And by the way, we're also recording. If you want to be recorded, you know, I become a host. I interview you. And then I share that story on my platform with about 200,000 followers. I don't mind building you. So talk to our Vice Chancellor, Nagilai. We always do recording at our office, at Global Office. We can record you and then promote you. I always say that if all of you, the 100 of us, become multi-billionaires in dollars, I'll be the happiest mentor. I'll be so happy. I'll be walking in this town with my neck high, you know, saying, wow, this is my mentee. You see, he's driving the Lexus, the latest. I'll be very happy. And that's why we are sharpening one another. Collaboration, okay? Collaboration. Enabling yourself or your teams to work with others. That is very, very important. Collaboration. Working together. Collaboration work. One time I collaborated with a certain DJ. I know you know him. He's called DJ Covenant. And we started doing FB Live together to do our marketing. Can you imagine? This collaboration, we have done it for over 12 years. 12 years. You know, yesterday we were in concert. You know, we are launching a project there. And we had almost 2,000 people listening to us. Collaboration. Consistency. Keep going. Keep doing it. Don't just give up. You know, don't say, hey, George, Buana, me, I'm giving up. I've done this thing. It's not working. Keep doing it. Consistency. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. They say good things don't just happen. You know, there's a Chinese plant that for 5 years doesn't grow. After 5 years, it grows 9 feet tall. So, and I want to encourage all of you here. Maybe today you are saying, George, my business is struggling. My department is struggling. My people cannot hear me. I am really struggling. My cash flow is not cash flowing, you know? The thing is, you keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Your time is coming. And it will shoot like this, like that tree, Chinese tree. It will just go up. Yeah, it's actually Chinese bamboo tree. Thank you, Kahongo. Yeah. Inakaa tu ni kama haikui. But time will come. You shall sprout and move. So that's my encouragement this evening. That yes, there is hope. You keep going. Keep doing it. Keep confessing it, you know. And once you confess it, you push it, you do it, very soon, will be visible. We shall be talking about you. May God bless you. May you thrive. Go out there and do all your very best. Just know that I value you. Let's continue talking on our platform. Allow me to take this mic back to our Vice Chancellor, the man that is very hardworking. Before this show, we were with him. We were meeting one of the richest men in this country. We had the 1 hour meeting with that man. It's an old man. After that, we went to a manage. We were doing a video at a manage. Before that, we had an early morning at 6 p.m. with him in the morning. 6 p.m. we had a meeting. 10 o'clock, we were somewhere. So, Vice Chancellor, thank you for availing your time, your energy to ensure that our mentees are thriving. Back to Nagilai.
Wow, awesome, awesome. That is fantastic. That is great. We really appreciate you, Daktari. Yes, you can do the virtual apps, hapo kwa chat. We appreciate our mentor tonight. For those who are during the day, for those who are on daytime, we can appreciate our mentor. Yes, I can see you appreciating. Asanteni sana. In Optiven, we say factorial. Yes, you can do some factorials there. And we really appreciate you, sir. That has been a great moment. That has been a learning session for each and every one of us. I believe even those in career, those in businesses, yes, it was a great learning session. We really appreciate you, sir, for taking time even to prepare for these sessions. The way you are busy and you still give your time is to come and sharpen us with knowledge and the skills we need or require in business and also in career. Thank you, sir. And I just want to make one announcement. For those who've been logged out, sorry for that. I had also been chatting with our Zoom guys to make sure that next time we have a better room. And those who may not have managed to get in today, sorry for that, but I'll share the link. I already have the link, and in the next few minutes, you will have it in our group. So, asanteni sana. See you in the month of August. We are now done with July. We are now looking at August to do our next 2 sessions. So thank you so much. God bless you. Keep you well and keep thriving. Keep conquering the world. Asanteni sana. Be blessed. And the session is officially adjourned.